Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I just had this very, very deep meditation. I had tried to record a video for you guys right after, and the funniest part about this meditation was that it was, first off, the deepest meditation I think I've ever been in. I felt like I was just like a rock, like I was just so solid, so still, and my whole body just felt like it was melting away, sort of, and I felt like, my cat's here by the way, I felt like I was sitting at the bottom of the ocean. I felt like I was sinking down deeper and deeper into myself, right? And anyways, I wanted to record a video right after to talk about my experience and like the realizations that I had. And as I recorded that video, the video ended up coming out sounding like I was underwater because it recorded through my headphone set rather than through my phone, because I guess the Bluetooth somehow connected. So I thought that was kind of interesting, a little funny. And the reason I'm also calm about it and didn't freak out about my video not saving or anything is because the whole point of what I want to talk about is that when you sink deeper into yourself, it's kind of like sinking like you would in water below the surface towards the bottom. And as you start to sink deeper into the ocean, deeper into a pool, that's where things are calmer. Things are a lot more calm and still below the surface. They're heavier and it feels harder to move sometimes. It almost feels like you're moving in slow motion the deeper that you would get, like the more pressure there is. But at the same time, it's like more still and each movement is smoother. And that's how I always felt growing up. When I would swim in the pool. I loved swimming growing up. My parents used to call me a fish because my favorite thing to do was to sit at the bottom of the pool. Swimming lessons, I used to get in trouble because I would do all my laps underwater. Like I literally would just do lap after lap underwater, and I had teachers get worried because they didn't think I would come back up. And I used to hold my breath for around 3 minutes. My dad taught me how to do it, and then we used to do it together, and yeah. So anyways, swimming was my safe place, and it also was like this calming place because on the surface, it's just like life. When we are walking around in everyday life, we are only seeing the surface of things. We are on the surface where all the waves are, where things are wild and crazy, and we're only seeing 5% of everything though, because 95% of this reality is our subconscious. Like, we only see the conscious part. So when we're walking around in our daily life, we're only looking at these waves that we can see, but we don't realize that there is so much more going on underneath. Like 95%, again, is underneath. So we're only seeing 5%. So when you base your worth and you base everything on this outer world, like you're only basing it on 5%. You're not seeing all the work that's going on internally, all the things that are happening in slow motion inside you, because the deeper you go inside yourself, the slower things start to move. But also the deeper that you go inside yourself, the further down you sort of go, this is where things are rooted and planted deeper. These are where your core beliefs exist. These are the ones that have been built so strong and are so stable they can't be shaken. This is like the bottom of the ocean. So this is why when you get into these deep meditative states, you can really start to open up your mind. And a lot of people think that it's important to, plant seeds on the surface, to speak things out and to walk around, talking about their desire and whatever the heck they do. But they forget that if you really want to plant something in the ground, you got to bury it. You got to plant it deep down in yourself. And the deeper you plant something, even if it's just a tiny seed, then that thing is going to grow roots and grow stronger and stronger and stronger. It's going to be able to grow better when you bury it deep down. As in, if you ever thought of or heard of the movie Inception, in that movie where they plant that idea in that guy's mind, they basically have to create a maze inside of his mind so that it's complex enough so that he can't figure out where the seed of the thought originated, because that's the whole idea. The deeper you plant something, the harder it is to remove. So if you have an idea or something that's really meaningful to you, it's not so much about talking about it and saying it out loud every day, which is totally fine if you do that as well. But the whole important thing is keeping it in your heart, no matter what. It's something that you keep deep down inside of you. It's like I talked about in my last video about the feeling that you have with you your entire life. There's something in you that you just keep holding near you. even if you see no sign of it in your physical reality, you keep it near you. You keep it in the back of your mind. It's always there. Even if it's just the slightest thought of it in your worst moments, it's still kind of there, right? Like, those are the things that are important. And you think about it, it's sort of like a long-term investment, because as I've said in some of my TikTok videos and other videos I posted here, waves that are built like under the surface, the ones that take the longest to grow are the biggest waves. Those are the waves that then take over the smaller waves on the surface. So the smaller waves on the surface hardly even matter if there is a bigger wave that's coming behind them. So all this surface stuff that we're so worried about, these negative thoughts and whatever stuff that we put out there, it is nothing compared to the things that you hold dear to you for your entire life. Those core beliefs at the very, very bottom, deep down, those ones are going to always overtake the new little beliefs, little negative things, little whatever things get to you on the surface. They mean nothing if you have something that you hold with you your entire life, which means that even if you fall down, even if you forget for a moment, whatever, you always come back to it again inside of yourself. This is like building a tsunami wave inside of yourself. Like, it will take longer to build. It might move in slow motion, but remember, slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise won the race, not the hare, right? The things that you built that take time are built to last. Like, they cannot be shaken, they cannot be broken down, because you're building them from the ground up. These are strong. And something that you might notice in a lot of spiritual teachings is everyone tells you to be high frequency, to go high frequency all of the time, like you need to raise your frequency. But the truth about this is that when you get into these deep states inside yourself, it's almost like lowering your frequency. You're lowering the rate of the cycle. The cycle is becoming slower, right? Like the time it takes to loop around something is becoming longer. But in doing that, it's almost like you're able to pick up more along the way. It's like you're able to see more along the way. Like, in my lifetime, everyone in my family, in my friend group, has always told me that I'm slow, that I take too long to do things, that I care too much about how things are done and whatever. But the thing with that is that I notice so many things that they don't notice. And the other thing they always used to tell me is that I'm always over-prepared for things, that I always have, like, I take too long to get ready for something, or when we're going somewhere, like, I always overpack or whatever. They would always say that to me. But the thing with that, once again, is that I have saved them in so many situations where they didn't have something that they needed because I was prepared, because I had it, because I was always the one carrying the extra weight for everybody else, right? That's why in your life, if you feel like you're moving slower, you might be carrying weight for other people that they don't even know about, right? And when you help other people in the future, often what happens is, like, we build this network underground. This is the roots that you're building. One day, they might come back and support you without even realizing that they're doing it. This is something we do at a subconscious level, right? And this is also about investing in yourself. I like to think of these dreams that we have, these ones we hold on to for a long time, the fact that we're moving slower than others. You're making a long-term investment. You're not manifesting something instantly like some of these people out here who want stuff right away in a second, because that stuff is going to crumble. The ground they're building it on is not strong. It's going to crumble one day. It's going to fall apart one day if you don't truly build it in a way that's sustainable. But those things that stick with you your whole life, like those things that you keep putting a little bit into every single day, which is really just like every day you just remember, like, inside yourself, you know, like, I'm meant for something more, like, I have this feeling of something greater. It's just that little thing inside of you. That tiny seed one day could become an entire tree without you even realizing it, as long as you keep believing it. There's a lot of people that say, you know, oh, I wish I invested in this thing years ago. I should have invested that years ago. Or, like, I should have taken the chance on that guy. Like, because oftentimes people judge a book by its cover. You know, they see someone and they see that this person isn't really anything right now. And they're like, oh, I'm not going to invest in this guy. Like, he's crazy, whatever. Like on Shark Tank and stuff, right? Like, certain people get turned away, or on these shows, like, they don't even get acknowledged. But then years later, these people end up being super successful. And then everyone's like, oh, see, you should have invested in them. And it's kind of like, I told you so to those people, right? And the same thing is with you. You could choose to invest in yourself now when you seem like nothing on the outside, and one day you become something. Or you could choose not to invest in yourself because you're like, oh, look at this guy, he's lazy, he lays around, he doesn't work enough, like he doesn't do enough around the house, whatever. Like, and I'm talking about you talking about yourself. Like, you could be like, I'm not making enough money, I'm not this, I'm not that, and then be like, I'm not gonna invest in myself because look at me, I'm a bum, whatever, I don't deserve anything. And then you miss out on this opportunity to invest in yourself for future you, because future you could reap the benefits of all the investments that you've been making into yourself. Like, if you're going to invest in anything in this life, invest into you. Invest inside yourself. And again, the dreams that are worth it, the things that you're going to build that are most sustainable are literally the ones that you take the time to invest in slowly. They build slowly. The biggest waves build slowly, but then when they come to the surface, they are the fastest waves. And they're the waves that overtake every other one of the smaller waves. So every other belief that you have about yourself right now, every negative belief, whatever, if you can keep a dream inside of yourself that's bigger than all those things, it will start small. It will be the small thing that everybody laughs at. It will be the small thing that the rest of your subconscious laughs at. And it's like, oh, this is stupid, this is dumb, you're so small, you don't have anything going for you, blah, blah, blah. But they don't understand is that the small one, the smallest seed that's buried the deepest, is the one that gains the most momentum when it finally reaches the surface. So let other people bury you. Let your negative beliefs sometimes bury you as well. Like, it's okay if life sometimes gets the best of you, because your only job is to always come back to yourself eventually. Just have that tiny little spark in the back of your mind. And oftentimes you don't even need to try because it's just there. And you, if you're one of those people that knows that you're meant for something great, it's just there. You can't forget it. It's like that one thing that keeps you going when everything else falls apart. You just have this feeling inside you, like there is something more for me in this life, and I know it. And it's you calling to you, right? Again, the deeper you plant it in yourself, the more it's going to feel like it was there your entire life. The more that belief roots so deeply in you that you just believe it. You just can't help but believe it. And when it starts to grow, the feeling will start to grow with it. And this is the most powerful thing that can't be done with regular manifestation of like robotic affirming all the time, is that there is this like feeling inside yourself. If you plant something deep and you let it just sit there for a very long time, it will naturally rise ahead of time. And so the feeling will become so strong that you don't even need outside signs anymore. You don't even need to see anything in your environment to tell you that it's the truth, because you just feel it so much. And this is when reality really shifts. It's not when you start to see birds before land and you start to see all these little signs and synchronicities like, oh, I'm on the right direction, or I see other people that have it. Like, that's one way of manifesting. But the real way that I truly believe is the way of sustainable manifestation is building inside yourself, not needing this outside to give you proof or to tell you that something is you. Like, and I'm saying this from personal experience. I'm at this point in my life where I feel what I meant to do like inside myself so deeply and so strong that there's not a thing anyone could say to me at this point that would change my mind about how I believe about it, because I feel it, because it's sitting inside me and it's grown and grown and grown. And it's like building a tower inside of yourself. It's making yourself into a giant, like it's like this giant that cannot be put back to sleep once it's awake. And it's extremely powerful, because a lot of people go through life just never building up their spirit inside themselves. They go through life continually letting the surface define them, not realizing that they have this whole gigantic power inside themselves. And this is the feminine, by the way. The feminine is this power inside you. It's this ocean inside yourself that is just waiting for you to tap into it. It's just waiting for you to trust it and know that it moves slower. The feminine has slower cycles than the masculine. The masculine runs on like this, you can see it in men and women, like 24-hour whatever cycle. Women have like the, 28-day cycle. And so we have different cycles. The feminine cycle is longer, but it's more powerful. The feminine cycle is the cycle that creates life, ultimately. It's what multiplies. So you put in a teeny little seed deep down in your subconscious, and that seed is going to multiply underground and build and build and build until there is no way it can stay underground anymore, and it's going to want to come to the surface. This is also what people call Kundalini awakening, or the snake that's spiraling upwards, because eventually it gets to your mouth, you know, it rises up your spine all the way up to your mouth, and the words have to come out. The thing has to come out, and you start speaking it into existence without even realizing it. Your subconscious will guide you where you want to go so much more than what you say on the surface. Like, if you build a dream inside yourself, it is going to be bigger than what you say on the surface. Your words out here hardly even matter compared to what you're saying inside yourself, right? Like, that vision in you that you hold dear to you, like, it is 1,000 times more powerful than anything you say out here. Like, anything you say out here is you translating what's inside. Like, you're literally just translating. Whatever you say out here, I've said this before to other people, like, it's just the unfolding of your truth inside yourself. So whatever you say out here, nothing can be wrong that you say or do. Like, you have to trust yourself that, like, even if you're crying, even if you're yelling, even if you're upset, it doesn't matter, because you're just translating what needs to come out. Like, if you have a vision inside yourself and you hold that vision, your body will follow the vision, and it might not look right to you on the outside. You might be like, what the heck am I doing? This doesn't make any sense. I'm doing weird things, like, you know? But that is the point. You have to let your body be guided by this inner world. Let your speech be guided by it, and stop questioning everything you're saying or everything you're putting out here, because it's coming from inside you. You're pouring out what's inside of you. Like, you're the character that is acting out the dream that's already inside of you. And so you can trust yourself. You're just acting in the image, like, of your dream. And this is where the idea of the feminine leading the masculine comes into play, because the masculine was meant to translate the feminine. It was meant to just speak what the feminine is feeling, like, speak the dream into existence. It wasn't meant to be the controller of the dream, because the masculine is nowhere near. It's like the wave on the surface trying to control the entire ocean. It doesn't work like that. I'm saying the feminine inside ourselves was meant to control the masculine, the character out here. We were meant to just allow ourselves to just be human, to express whatever we need to express, to say whatever we need to say, and then the inner world was the one guiding us. So again, the path won't look linear. The path won't look perfect. It might look crazy. It might look like it's all over the place. It might look like nothing, no one else's path has ever looked like. You might be the first to do certain things a certain way, but you just have to trust that. Trust that if you have your dream inside yourself and you've imagined it and you know that's your truth, like, there's nothing you can do wrong. You are just walking the path of unfolding now. It's a spiral that's all bound up inside of you, that's just like a ball of yarn that's unraveling through your words as you're speaking. I hope this video is helpful. I just, like, more and more, I don't know if you guys can tell in my videos, I'm just, like, trusting in myself more and more every single day. Like, I so strongly believe in everything that I teach, and I just really hope that you guys feel that in the content that I share. I'm truly not just saying all this stuff just to get you to buy something or whatever. Like, I always say, trust yourself, trust what resonates with you. If something I say doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to listen to it. I just, like, genuinely want people to, you know, believe in themselves and be able to follow their dreams, because I truly do believe in a world that this can be possible, where we are more feminine led, where we can trust our hearts more, and we can begin to be okay with our paths not being these perfect straight lines, because no one's is. And we all need to just acknowledge that, like, the idea of the straight line path is outdated, it's old, and things are changing. And so, yeah, I want to keep saying it. It's the time of the snake, at least that's what I feel like. That's my symbol for everything that's going on right now. It's this snake, the snake that's always been looked at as the demon or the evil one in the Bible and whatever, but really, it's not. And there's even symbolism of Jesus. There's, like, a cross with a snake on it and things like that, and the two snakes intertwining. It's the DNA. It's the two cycles balancing each other out. Yeah, so I don't know. Things are changing, and I think it's very exciting.